I'm Ron Bellan, host of the TV show Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt. This show is all about survival, whether it's a desert environment, a mountain, or in your tree stand anywhere here in the United States. So pay attention because it might save your life. Reaper 01 on the hunt. Anytime I'm out there in the field, doesn't matter if I'm going to a tree stand or I'm going backpacking way back in the mountains and I'm staying there, there's certain items I like to carry on me at all times. I carry paracord, that gives you good cordage. I always have a good knife. A good knife will get you anything while you're out in the field. It'll get you food, it'll get you water, it'll get you a fire if you can utilize that good bladed knife while you're out there. Also, I like to have a compass or a GPS or both. Both is always good because nothing wrong with old school. And then you want to have some kind of communication or signaling device. Reaper 03 is Reaper 01, over. So having a flashlight with you, having a headlamp with you, all this equipment while you're out there is an easy day. Those are the things that I like to carry while I'm out in the field. And it's not hard. All this stuff fits in your pocket and then you go out, enjoy yourself, be safe. The reason I have the backpack is for a couple reasons. One, we're filming a TV show, so we always have these extra batteries and tripods and carry stuff. So I carry little things in my pack because I'm the hunter. Fortunately for me, you know, mine's weapons and bullets and bows and arrows. But you know, in my pack, what I like to carry a lot of times is I always have, you know, something we can pull out real quick as a shelter. You know, it's a tarp, it's a camouflage tarp. And basically this right here can be utilized for, you know, protecting you from the weather, using it for a blind. While it's raining, I'm nice and dry, taking a shot. I'm on it. There's many versatile uses we can have with just having a little tarp. Doesn't weigh much, takes up some room, but other than that, it doesn't weigh anything. You know, I always have a ground pad on there for my butt, and then, you know, this really raining out here today, so I have a rain jacket just stuffed on the outside. So when it starts raining, I pull it up, pull it out, pull it over. Of course, I got water containers in here. I have, you know, even a hard water container because if you get to a place where you need a stream, you know, I've always got something that I can actually dip in and pull out and carry water, and it'll carry water for long distances. So whether it's a warm environment or cold environment, I always keep it in this because I want to keep it cooler in hot weather and I want to keep it warmer in cold weather. It's our last day of the hunt, so we gotta get this stuff straight, get it taken care of. Nice thing about this pack, honestly, it's got a lot of options on it. It's got straps on the bottom, which I love. It's got retaining bands for all your straps, which is outstanding right here. So keep your pack, you know, tight, keep everything in there known. And what this does, it works in your psyche. So your psychological being while you're out in the field and you have your pack, you feel better. And that's what surviving is all about. Surviving is about staying busy and, you know, making sure that you don't get down in the dumps while you're out there, because believe it or not, that kills more people than anything else. When people talk about survival, it's food, water, shelter. But in order to get a lot of that stuff, you need fire. Fire is great for your psychological being while you're out there, 1. 2, it's great for cooking food. 3, boiling water. And keeping you warm in the wintertime, right? I mean, we all like a good fire. And, you know, when you're sitting there and you have a fire, it's a feeling of security. So I always carry fire starting devices here. So a little lighter goes a long way. The pros on these, it starts a flame very quick. Whether it's raining, snowing, or the sun shining, this will light up. The problem with these is you can break them. And once they break, they're completely worthless for the most part. I carry waterproof matches. I'm always carrying waterproof matches. The problem with waterproof matches are, even if you have waterproof matches, strike anywhere, when it's really, really wet, they're a pain in the butt. And 2, you gotta really protect the striker. Don't forget that. And then another one that I carry that's always good, no matter where I'm at, is a magnesium strip with flint on it. But as you can see, it's not that hard to do it. You just got to practice. This is their first time ever doing this. And I tell you what, it's not hard to find one of these right here, throw it in your pack. It'll save your life someday. If you're out in the cold, you need to cook some food, it doesn't matter. Reaper 01, with Kelly and Dave.
Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt is being brought to you by 1791 Gun Leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time. 1791gunleather.com. Grunt Style, Patriot Shirts and Apparel. SEAL One Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus. Lehigh Defense, latest technology in bullet design. Special Operations Wounded Warriors. SOWWCharity.com. Reaper Ammunition. Control your chaos with every shot. Magnolia Hunting Supply. One-stop shop for all your tactical, hunting, and survival needs. SEAL Legacy Foundation. Concrete Inc. Turn your concrete floor into a masterpiece. Killcliff. Clean recovery and hydration. Strikeforce Energy. Energy that hydrates healthy. And Miltac Knives. For more information regarding Reaper Outdoors, go to reaperoutdoors.com. The website is full of products, apparel, ammo, Reaper collectibles, Reaper hot sauce, and more. Also, don't forget to follow Reaper01 on social media. This portion of Reaper Outdoors is being brought to you by SEAL One Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus. 1791 Gun Leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time. And Terrace Alliance, veteran, first responder, and patriot-owned businesses coming together to support each other. Closed captioning provided by Magnolia Hunting Supply in Magnolia, Texas.
Well, it rained all night, even worse than it did yesterday. So we're gonna go fishing. We're gonna use this bait that we caught last night, a couple frogs, a couple minnows, and then we're gonna come back, build a fire, because we're cold, wet, tired, and hungry. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. Just remember, keep your mental state 100% busy. If you ever get in a situation where you have to survive, whether you're in the woods, you're out in the desert, or you're up in the high mountains, you have to be ready to survive at all times, whether you have minimum equipment or you have maximum equipment. Even if you're in an urban situation and there's a survival situation, because that's the #1 thing that kills people or gets people in trouble is their psyche. You get lost or you're in this weird position, it's about being rescued. Be able to get rescued. And your mind should always be thinking about that. What do I do to be rescued? Now, you have to live long enough to be rescued, 1. 2, you have to be prepared at any moment to be rescued. So whether it's a signaling device that you have, communication device that you have, or having the ability to see as far as you can to get the information out to somebody that you're there at that location. So the psychological effect while you're out there is really important. Anytime we're out there hunting, you know, my biggest thing is I'm always thinking, if this storm front moves in, what do we do? If I'm in a tree stand, I want to hunt all day and it's raining, I have to have everything in my bag so I can just pull it out and I can tarp up, or we have a little umbrella, or whatever we have to do to survive that day of hunting. Survival could just be a moment in time that you want to be out there in the woods. Or it could be a bad situation where you have to continually be out there, but you have to mentally prepare yourself to be out there for a long, extended period of time, and always think rescue. So there's a psychology behind, you know, everything that we do is keeping busy. If you stay busy while you're out there, pick goals, you know, have projects. So if you have a fire that's ready to go for a signaling fire, you have a light that's ready to flash up, you have to build a shelter, break it down in miniature goals and just make it happen. And if you're out for an extended period of time, the key is to have a routine. What I have here is my boots. I actually tuck them in just like this underneath my sleeping bag. And that makes a nice little pillow, keeps your head up. And it keeps them warmer so you don't wake up and you pull these things off the ground. They're like putting ice boots on. When you get up in the morning, you do this. You know, you have a breakfast, you forage for food, X, Y, and Z, all the way to the end. Psychology of survival. All right, here you go. This is a cottonmouth right here. I'll tell you what, they're good eating, very dangerous, so don't try this at home. But I'll tell you what, look at these fangs. Ooh, they're latched on right now and off. Oh man, I tell you what, I'm excited about this because now we got some good victuals. You know, every time we're out in the field, we're always thinking about food, food, food. You know, especially me, look at me. I mean, I'm a big dude, 6'4". You know, I'm always looking for food. All right, this baby is done and it's time to eat. Slide it off the stick, kick back, enjoy your evening, and get ready for your next day's adventure. So one of the hunts that I really enjoyed, really had a great time, was when we were in Texas. We were hunting hogs and aoudad. And, you know, people told us the aoudad didn't taste good. We didn't have very much food out there. So when you don't have much food, things taste better than what they really are. But I'll be honest with you, that aoudad tasted great. So on the survival aspect of it, while we were out there, you know, we came across, you know, agarita berries. Agarita berries are really, really good, especially when they're ripe. And they were really ripe down there that day. So we picked them, I put them in a Ziploc bag, and we kept them. I also had prickly pear. It's like a mix of kiwi and, hell, cactus. You know, I sat there like a vegetable garden, and then later on, after we got the hog, we got the aoudad, we got to sit around the campfire. We're surviving. We didn't have any other food other than a little bit of trail mix. We have our prickly pears, we'll call that our vegetables, and for dessert, we have agarita berries. So that really sustained us and kept us out there and kept us alive while we're out there in Texas. Well, this is the first time that I've actually worn the 1791 leather holster. It feels very, very comfortable, and the quality of work is outstanding. Double stitching the whole way through. And it's even reinforced on the front end where you need it, so it holds its shape and form. You see the whole holster and everything moving? That means it's snug in there. It's not working its way out. This is a holster that I'm going to use on my hunts.
Reaper Ammunition and Lehigh Defense have teamed up to provide the latest technology in ammunition. Lead-free Lehigh projectile stability, accuracy. This ammo penetrates hide and bone, expands upon hitting wet tissue, maintains max energy in cavity, shuts down the central nervous system, maintains 60% of bullet weight for exit. Control your chaos, collect your kill. Reaper Outdoors Ammunition. This portion of Reaper Outdoors is being brought to you by SEAL One Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus. 1791 gun leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time. And Terrace Alliance, veteran, first responder, and patriot-owned businesses coming together to support each other.
Well, welcome back from the break. Right now we're going to talk about shelters. Throughout the history of Reaper, we've done several shelters, whether it was a tent out in Nebraska, or, you know, a lot of times we have to take a little tent with us for the equipment and the gear. But sometimes we even stay in a tent, which is easy to set up and easy to do, just like we had out in Nebraska. I'm out here in an undisclosed location on Operation Sandhusker, and we're hunting muley and white-tailed deer. And let me tell you, right now we're on a scout. We just got in late last night, so we're going to be scouting today. The terrain is just sketchy at best. It's really rocky, noisy, and everything else. So we're going to get in here as quiet as we can. Got a little wind blowing southeast. Not only was Texas a great location to actually get some food that you really wouldn't think was out there with the agarita berries and the cactus, but you know, another thing, it got really hot during the day. So you say food, then we talk about water and shelter. Well, we had some water out there, luckily for us. Really, really hard environment to find water. But shelter was a whole nother deal, because when that sun is barreling down, you have to have something to shade. Put my trees down a little bit. Almost like a lean-to shelter. That's your pillow. You have a weapon. Keep that in the shade as well. And I like to call it a shade shelter. It's nothing more than to protect you from the elements. So a lot of people, while they're out there, think about, while they're out there thinking, well, I'm gonna build this big, huge shelter. Well, you don't have to do that a lot of times. Sometimes it's as simple as putting up a poncho or even a shirt or anything that will keep the sun off of you, or keep you know, the rain off of you, or keep the snow off of you. Just something very, very basic. And then another shelter we had down there was a cave. What we have is a cave. It goes back up in there. Oh, we have another little opening down here with spiders galore, man. Love it. And how cool is it to sleep in a cave? It is outstanding. Getting ready to lay down for the night, get a couple hours sleep. It's a great place to sleep. So this is Reaper living right here. In Maine, one of my favorite shelters of all time was a lean-to we built out there. Now you can build a lean-to for several different environments. Maine specifically it was cold and it was raining. So with those two, you want to enclose the sides, you want to make sure the rooftops is really water, you know, that you got a lot of debris on top so that water doesn't sink through and get you wet. Because when you're wet and it's cold, you're going to be cold, and you're going to be wet, tired, and miserable. So you want to try to keep it as dry as possible, keep it as enclosed as possible, and that'll help you be a better survivalist while you're out there, and you want to stay in the field even longer. We're heading down the river right now to make our insertion. We can get out there in the swamps, set up a base camp, and then get on some Louisiana hogs. In Louisiana, we had a pretty cool one. That one was designed totally different from the main one. That simple. It was hot, it was humid, that sun was beating down, and with the rain, all we really wanted to do was have those palms set up on top of that lean-to type shelter. So we had the palms that would stop the rain, just like shingles. If it rains, I'll tell you what, another source of water, because you can collect water with these things and just drink away and put your water bottles underneath them and collect water. We had the aeration, so it was open, so any wind that came through would keep it nice and aerated, and that way we were actually cooler. So anytime you can prevent that sun from pounding down on top of you and keep that airflow going, and that's why that hunt in Louisiana was pretty cool. Very basic shelter, but those palms on there working from the bottom all the way to the top was just remarkable. So Kyle and I were out there and we had a great time, and that shelter worked fantastic. I get good shade, good airflow through here. I would like to snooze right now and take my feet and put them up and all that good stuff, but we gotta get out there in the hunt, so I'm out.
Reaper Outdoors, Survive the Hunt is being brought to you by 1791 Gun Leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time. 1791gunleather.com. Grunt Style, Patriot Shirts and Apparel. SEAL One Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus. Lehigh Defense, latest technology in bullet design. Special Operations Wounded Warriors. SOWWcharity.com. Reaper Ammunition. Control your chaos with every shot. Magnolia Hunting Supply. One-stop shop for all your tactical, hunting, and survival needs. SEAL Legacy Foundation. Concrete Inc. Turn your concrete floor into a masterpiece. Kill Cliff. Clean recovery and hydration. Strikeforce Energy. Energy that hydrates healthy. And Miltac Knives. For more information regarding Reaper Outdoors, go to reaperoutdoors.com. The website is full of products, apparel, ammo, Reaper collectibles, Reaper hot sauce, and more. Also, don't forget to follow Reaper01 on social media.
You know, old school meet new school. So there's nothing wrong with bringing a little treat out. Maybe take a little stove with you, make your life a little easier. And that's what we're doing here. But at Reaper Outdoors, we've started fires with many a things. And on top of that, we've gotten water from many a things. All right, a little trick of the trade here, getting water from snow. I have a little bit of water left in my Nalgene bottle. A lot of people think they just pick up snow and eat it and it'll melt in their mouth. But actually, snow's so cold and there's such a small amount, you'll actually dehydrate doing that. Your body has to burn calories in order to digest frozen water. So what you can do is you have a little bit of water in here, and all you do is scoop the surface, try not to get dirt and all that in there, and you just fill your canteen or your Nalgene bottle or whatever you have up with some fresh clean snow, and you build it up all the way. And what you do, you're gonna fill this whole thing up. You're only gonna get about this much water, about a quarter amount of water. And then you can see I got all my stuff in here. That's why I always look so puffy. And then I just put my water in there. And that way my body heat will actually melt that water. I'm moving around right now, so I'm gonna stay warm. Next break, I'll actually have water in the canteen. One of the best ways to take care of water is to boil it. And we boiled our water. We've used water purification tablets. We've done it all. And it's just been an exciting adventure no matter what we've done. Now we've also done a lot of good things with food. So we've gotten fish, and we had to go out and catch fish to survive, not eating for days, grabbing bait. We now have bait. Oh, red belly racer. So when it comes to food, you can eat the animals that you kill while you're out there. You can forage for vegetables while you're out there, and you can fish. There's so many options while you're out in the field. And at Reaper Outdoors, that's what we like to do. We like to figure out what we're doing, go out and do it, make it happen, and reap our rewards while we're out there. Thank you for watching another episode of Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt. If you want to learn more about this show and others, go to reaperoutdoors.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Become part of Reaper Nation. Now remember, anybody can go out there and survive. Go out and practice, take your kids out there, just enjoy it. It's Reaper 01, Ron Bellan, out.
Closed captioning for Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt is being brought to you by Magnolia Hunting Supply. One-stop shop for all your tactical, hunting, and survival needs. For more information regarding Reaper Outdoors, go to reaperoutdoors.com. The website is full of products, apparel, ammo, Reaper collectibles, Reaper hot sauce, and more. Also, don't forget to follow Reaper 01 on social media. We'll see you next week on Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt.